Hi, I'm Sarah, and this is my new record player. I love collecting cool color variants of all my favorite albums, and I really wanted to see them more than just pulling them out to lay flat and hidden on a traditional turntable. So I splurged on this bad boy. Real quick, this is my old record player. It's a Victrola, which did me good for 5 years, so don't give me any grief. This was my first and only record player, and when people on TikTok found out this is what I've been using, they said, "Stop it." But honestly, I have no qualms about it. It never scratched any of my records, and it was really easy for little beginner me to use. So I'm telling you this because I'm a novice and my knowledge is limited. And this is my first upgrade, so I really only have that one to compare it to. Okay, moving on. This is the VT-E BT by Pro-Ject Audio Systems. This specific model is $700 USD. Pricey, I know, but I really like it. Here are some of its features. It can be put on a table or mounted to a wall. We keep it on our bookshelf and it just looks beautiful. It has a record clamp for secure record fixing, and I haven't had really any issue with using this. It's pretty quick to flip sides and change out records. The only thing that it does is add a step to listening. When we first tried to play a record on this, we didn't realize we needed to put this clamp on, so it was playing very warped and distorted, and I was freaking out because I thought all of our records were ruined during our move. But turns out it just needed a little help being secured with this thing, just because it's vertical and gravity is working a little differently. It has a belt drive with a silicone belt, and this is probably where people have the most complaints about. The belt is very round, so it's very easy for it to just roll off the platter, and it's also kind of hard to put on yourself. But, I mean, it's not too bad if you have a little bit of patience and calmness. But it does get a little frustrating at times. But not too bad, right? Not too bad. It would be nice if the belt was more flat, or if there was like a cutout or an edge on the plate so it wouldn't slide off so easily. There are 2 speeds, 33 and 45, and it is a manual speed change. So to change it, you just gotta pull on the silicone belt a little to move it either up or down, depending on the speed you're looking for. I don't find myself changing this too often, but again, it does add another step to listening. There's also this needle drop lever. Lastly, it comes with a phono preamplifier and a Bluetooth transmitter. I think that's what makes this specific model more expensive, but I personally really enjoy the Bluetooth feature. I have this wirelessly connected to our transparent speaker, and if you want to know more about this speaker, let me know in the comments and I'll do another video. But connecting the two was surprisingly easy. I thought I was gonna have trouble with it, especially trying to connect 2 devices that don't have an interface to select what device to pair to, but they easily found each other. So it only took like 30 seconds tops for it to connect, but I never have to like do anything, turn Bluetooth finding mode on, pairing mode on. I just turn both on and they connect within 30 seconds. So it's pretty easy to use. I prefer not having to run a cable through the back. It's just one less cable that I gotta try and hide. Setting it up right out of the box wasn't too bad. It didn't have a whole lot of intricate pieces, which I was grateful for. It's also very easy to use and connect to an external speaker if you don't have a Bluetooth one. It has the RCA outputs here. This is the switch for the Bluetooth transmitter. And then it has the power button on the side, so it's still out of sight, but at the same time, easily reachable, which I think is genius. Good move on their part. If you wanted to mount it on the wall, this back arm does come off, and the box came with mounting hardware. So the option is yours. Another thing I noticed is that if you accidentally hit the arm when it's off of the little locking mechanism, it kind of flies all about, which scares me every time because I think it's just gonna like scratch up the records, but it happened to me like 2 times and nothing bad has happened. So is it worth $700? Maybe if it were in the $400 range, absolutely. But I don't know. I like to compare it to buying a Dyson Airwrap, where yes, you can get something that does the same thing at a fraction of the price, but you're paying for the design, not necessarily the function, if that makes sense. Again, the only thing I have it to compare to in my personal life experience is my old Victrola 5-in-1 record player. So this is definitely an upgrade. It's definitely more beautiful to look at. It's easy to use. I think it's still very beginner friendly. Again, my only complaints is the belt drive. The manual speed change, I don't really mind. Other than that, it's solid, it's sturdy, it doesn't feel too fragile, it doesn't feel like you can easily knock it over. We definitely don't regret paying $700 for this, but I mean, if it were in the $400 range, this would absolutely be worth it. Tell me what you think. Is $700 just ridiculous for this thing? What would you pay? And what features do you wish it had at the $700 price point? Let me know in the comments. But other than that, that's my new record player.